Welcome back, Humpers. It's Hump Day. I don't know what to call you guys yet. We're figuring it out. Any comments below?
I like that. Welcome back, Humpers. you cheeky monkeys, right out of the gate. Welcome back.
It's Wednesday. Time to hang.
Time to hang.
Excited.
I love that.
You love it? Okay.
I love that. That was very organic. You never even ran that by me before. It was just like, welcome back.
I'm on fire today.
Yeah. Welcome back, Humpers. Today is Wednesday, and we've got a very fun episode for you. Today, we're talking about the new Facebook groups taking over the world. The new Facebook group called Are We Dating the Same Guy?
And we're taking it Texas style.
Yeah. So
Alfie's actually joined all of the groups.
I have all the groups.
And
I put on a wig, started a new profile. I call myself Alfina.
Yeah. No, he just joined
Alfina
them.
Mexicana.
Somehow they let
I'm
a man
saucy
join.
Latina.
He didn't do any of that.
No, didn't do any of that.
Somehow they let you join. I don't know how.
No, well, I got some guys sending it to me that were on it.
Oh, do they have a fake profile?
No, they don't have a fake profile. They just got it sent to them. I've just been keen to it. So it's actually taken over all the world. Like every major city has one. Like Chicago has like 65,000 members on it. And like I think LA has 20,000, New York 85,000. It's just like every major city has this Facebook group called Are We Dating the Same Guy? And essentially these girls post a photo of this guy's dating app and they say, hey ladies, what's the tea on this guy?
Yeah.
And it's just been hilarious because some of them's like, what's the tea on this guy? Updated, married.
And then you get some unhinged broads on there as well.
Well, like, what do you feel like? What are your thoughts on this? Is this a good idea or a bad idea?
I think it could be both. I feel like it is what all women want at the end. It's like finally a place to like get the real truth and like, I don't know, men are liars. So, it's good to check. But at the same time, it could be like super bullying technique and ruin someone's life very fast if they put him up there and say something in a certain way. Because some of these cases, it's like and we'll get into them. Okay, we won't leave you guys hanging. We're gonna read some of these for sure today. But some of these women are unhinged, and they're saying it from their perspective, right? I mean, do you want to just jump right in here? I can read one, or
what? Well, okay. Well,
what
let's
do
just
you
talk
think?
about, like, what do you think?
What do I think about it?
Yeah, just like the pros and cons.
I think.
The pros and cons.
Could just be a super crazy bullying situation for some people, unfair.
Well, that's true. It is kind of it is like the metoo thing where it's just like it comes with like these good intentions.
In what way?
Well, it came with good intentions, but someone uses it in a bad way. So like the metoo movement, great idea, but a lot of people just used it to take out their crazy on a guy.
Yeah.
So, and there's like no fury.
It became a tool.
It became a tool to ruin a man's life. But a lot of people do get called out, rightfully so, for being a dick. It does make a safe environment, because like
because when you're actually like, when you're actually like Me Too'd and you're in a position where you've been like had to navigate sexual harassment, like in the workplace, for example, like that's kind of the first Me Too, or like to get the part or whatever, then it's like. It's so important to do that because you're going to like blame yourself or do everything the woman has to get abused and bear the weight of it all. So it's definitely a productive thing to bring to the forefront. But yeah, it can also be a tool. But you can also get an Amber Heard, although I guess that's debatable. We don't know what happened with Amber Heard.
We kind of do. She's crazy.
Alfie.
The verdict is out. There was a verdict. There was literally a trial, and the verdict says a jury said this bitch is crazy.
I think it was a battle of the best actors, and I do believe in that case Johnny Depp won. He definitely was the better actor in the scenario. Like I sided with him based on the media coverage and I was convinced by his performance, and Amber Heard was just, I think, too high. I think she could have pulled it off.
I think her
if she wasn't so high.
That's
I think
a good
she
point.
had the upper hand coming in.
She on?
I think they both had great performances. He played a great victim, and she played a great psycho. Like those recordings are pretty good. Like she's gonna get that role one day.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an indie movie where she gets that role.
He did a great job playing the victim, didn't he?
But with Are We Dating the Same Guy? it's kind of interesting because the guys that are getting posted are really good looking. Like they're jacked and handsome. So it's not like, should I go out with this guy?
I don't know.
He kind
I
of looks
found
like
one.
he lives in his mom's basement. But like a lot of them are very fit guys. And I think that's because they say 80% of the women on the dating apps go after 20% of the guys.
100%.
So it's like more women are after a smaller percentage of guys. So I think that's what's leading a lot of people onto these apps. So as opposed to like there being a group that's vice versa, where it's like, are we dating the same chick? It's because guys are savages. Like a lot of them just want to move on to the next fuck, especially if they're a high value guy, where it's like, you know, they put that work in the gym and all these girls are just sliding to his DMs where he doesn't have to do any work. He's just like, well, I'm going to have some fun.
High value guy, huh?
Yeah.
And modern women. What content have you been watching, Alfie?
High value.
High value, man. No, we've been watching all those channels and for research purposes. But
research purposes. What men want, what women want.
No, but I understand.
I gotta see if I meet the criteria of a high value man. There we go.
I think, women. It's true. That is a true statistic, and women are more as much as men get the rap for being superficial, women are much more superficial to the point where like they are very, very particular and picky about who they select. So yeah, the top 20% of men get 80% of all the matches is what you brought up, and that's 100% true. And men are desperate savages, so they'll take anything they can get. And
they just want to keep moving. They want to fuck anything they can. So they always want that new fuck. So it's just like that's what's happening. Where it's just like, you're dating this guy, you're dating this guy, but like, yeah, let's bring him up.
No, but there's a lot of men on dating apps that are like really want a solid relationship, and they're just like a 4 and they get no attention at all. Yeah, that's what's happening. It's just that top guy is like,
well, that's the thing.
Going crazy. They're having a great time, and that's like that guy's a douche typically. Although I landed one.
Yeah, you landed a douche.
Top 20%. He's so cute. But yeah, they. Sorry. Anyway, you were right about that statistic. It's pretty fascinating stuff because everyone thinks about the guy being like, oh, she's too fat for me or whatever. But it's like, there actually are a lot of great men out there, but the girls don't want them because they're uggos. Yeah,
that's why like you don't
poor.
You don't see any 4s on these Facebook groups where it's just like, what about this guy who's just a welder who just works a 9 to 5. He's 5'6", 140 pounds. Yeah, works a 9 to 5, needs braces, kind of has a receding hairline. Is anyone dating this guy?
I'm worried.
I'm worried.
That's true. It's just the hotties that they're bringing on there. Yeah. Yeah. It's been fascinating. There's whole threads and stories and people just like going in. There's some really sick, fucked up guys on here from the perspective of the women, of course. And then there are some where it's just like, just checking, and they're like, he's clear. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would find it useful. I don't know if I'd trust these women on these sites.
Well, I mean, you do want to know if the guy's a psycho. Like, if he's a psycho, and then you just bring it up, like, hey.
What would you do if you were on that site and you were dating someone? Like, let's say we were dating. Yeah. And things were going well.
Okay, I'm there.
And then I was like, I posted this and I was like, what about this guy? Like, I'm scared, you know? Then would you be like, fuck you? Like, I'm not going to date you. Like,
would I be upset that you looked
posted
into it?
on it? Yeah.
No, because I'd be like, you're interested in me. Like, you're into me then. But it's like, I would be worried because, like, every guy has hooked up with crazy from now and then. So it's just like, I gotta worry about who's like commenting. I'm like, who commented? I'm like, you give me the tea. Like,
you know, men who say that women are crazy are usually the problem. So what did you do, Alfie?
Well, this is what I'd say. So if you're like, hey, listen, I put you up on this Facebook group, I would say, okay, don't trust these 5 girls. But the other ones have some credibility, and I'm working on myself.
I wonder. Now I want to put Alfie on this site. Vancouver, engaged.
Vancouver does have a 17K group, so it's like, who knows?
I should. Oh no! I wonder what stories I would hear. Would you be nervous about that?
No.
That should be our next
I
episode.
told you there's these 5 girls that I just like don't listen to what they say. They're crazy, but they had a good time.
So
So I
let's
sent them
bring
to.
up
So
some.
these ones have been my favorite. So we'll put them up on the screen as well.
Okay.
Which one stuck out to you first? So the first one that I found out was just fine, just a photo. So group member, any T emoji, question mark, and then someone put update, married. And this
Red
is
flag emoji.
yeah, a red flag. That's a red flag. But it's like that's that is a good use of this. And by the way, Brandon looks like he is about a 6 or a 7. Like Brandon is not very good looking, and he's holding the mask, so he does look shady.
He's not wearing it.
He's holding it, so it's like I think his wife took the photo.
Oh my god.
Oh babe, just let me get one by myself. And it's like
that could be true actually. So if you're married and on a dating app with your photo right out in the open, do you think that that's like an actual, like you kind of want to get caught? No? Is that part of the thrill?
I don't know.
It's pretty bold.
It is pretty
Yeah.
bold. It is.
Bold move.
It is bold. You must like not like your wife very much. Like you kind of like.
Well, yeah.
and I think so with Brandon because she looks like she's the one making him wear the mask because he's on these apps looking to get some strange. So he obviously doesn't care about the coronavirus.
Yeah.
He's looking to get some strange. He's not care about sharing some fluids.
He's his name definitely isn't Brandon. If it's Brandon, this guy's a moron.
Let's go,
This guy's a
Brandon.
moron.
Oh my god.
This one says, "What's the T on EMT?"
Oh, what's the T on EMT? So this guy is an EMT.
Okay.
And I think this one was one.
Oh, that's
This
that's
is-
connected to this screenshot.
okay.
Okay, yeah.
So
I'm gonna read it.
okay, you read it.
So this is the review of this guy. Okay, so we connected on a very passionate level over the past 3 years. It's over the past 3 years? She didn't say past the right way. That's the wrong past. Anyway, she can't spell.
Yeah.
When with him, he makes me feel like I'm on cloud 9, both mentally and physically. Talks about wanting me to have his babies. I'm fixed. Ooh, I don't like the way that's said. But I can't have any more kids.
That's a big one.
Maybe-
Wait, he wants to have my babies. Laughing emoji. I'm fixed. I can't have any more babies.
Actually, that is really funny.
It's just
Kudos
like-
to this girl. I love it. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So she is. So yeah. Anyway, maybe it's a breeding kink. I don't know. He's a sweetheart, but the communication is so hot. And
No,
cold.
it wasn't just I don't know. Maybe it's a breeding kink. She said IDFK. I'll fucking know.
Fucking no.
Her name's China Page. I'll fucking know.
Don't say her name. You have to bleep out her name.
Okay.
We bleeped it out. But her name was telling of her crazy level. Which I can only but the communication is so hot and cold to the point where some texts don't say delivered. Which I can only assume is because the number is blocked periodically. He claimed it must be a phone glitch and made me feel crazy. We also talk a lot. We also talk a lot on Snapchat. Okay,
Oh, no.
if anyone invites you to Snapchat's dead. If you're over 11 and you're using Snapchat, you're cheating.
Oh yeah. Okay.
First red flag. So that was the first red flag
Yeah.
to her. Okay, by the way, let's reverse back about the breeding kink here.
What?
This whole breeding kink idea
Yeah.
and how he's like wanting to talk about having kids.
Yeah.
I actually did see a guy, and this is not just one actually. It's happened several times where on dates like with different people where their approach was like immediately like, I want you to have my kids, like I want to have babies, I love you, like on the first date or whatever. Like it's a weird thing, and I don't know if it's maybe a tactic
Yeah.
to try to like lure you in,
Yeah.
but it's definitely terrifying, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
Who are
men,
these guys?
don't
I'll kill 'em.
Don't
No.
do like don't do this, men. Like, if this is not, I mean, maybe it is
Yeah.
him genuinely just getting like a bit too crazy too fast, but don't do this tactic. Like, no woman wants
Ask
that.
them how they feel about kids first. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
like,
if anything, you can bring up, hey, do you want kids? But if
Yeah.
you're just like, oh my God, I want you to have my babies, it's like, they might not like you yet.
Yeah.
That might be the worst. That may be too fast, too soon. So anyway, quick little side note there. Okay, so that was the first red flag. He talks about wanting to have an actual relationship, but then ghosts me and pops back up when it's convenient. with excuses like death in the family, depression, and work.
Those seems like legit excuses. Like,
What a square.
Oh, your grandma died. Pfft, I don't believe you. Why am I on unread? Because I'm at a funeral.
Are you sad? Oh, well, that's not a real excuse. And work? Ugh. Yeah, that's silly. I think you're in the wrong here.
I like
lady.
how he's like.
I hate how he's like working.
I think he says he's depressed. He's just like,
What an excuse. This is her, yeah.
This guy
It's a problem, sir.
It could be that he opens up to her, hey, I want to have kids. I'm kind of depressed. And she's like,
It's true. That's the
he's just
thing.
so distant. I just like, he doesn't show.
He's so distant. Aw, that's so sad. Yeah, that's true. That's the thing about this. It could be the whole different direction.
Yeah.
He's an EMT, so he works a lot. I get that. Yeah, and like on call and like saving
And
lives.
he sees a lot of fucked up shit, so he could be depressed.
Like he's constantly seeing people dying. Oh my god. Okay. He probably did just genuinely open up to her on like, I don't know, date like 84 or something. Like, who knows? We don't have the context of that. That really matters. Anyway, I'm totally cool with it. Don't make it seem like it's something more than it's not. We're adults here. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. So me being blocked periodically makes me wonder if he's actually in a relationship with somebody else he claims he's not. Is he? What do we vote? What's the verdict? Who's the problem here?
Well, he's an EMT, so I don't think it'd be hard to organize.
Yeah.
And if you wanted a side piece, you don't pick crazy, and this girl's crazy.
Yeah.
Like if you want a side piece, like I think you get someone that knows the rules. That's how Italian gangsters used to do it. Like they'd always have their side pieces, but they don't mess with crazy. Like they always say, don't mess with crazy. Gotta make sure they know the rules. And that's why it's just like, that's why like with Bon Jovi, like the band Bon Jovi, like Bon Jovi's married to his high school sweetheart, but Bon Jovi's like a 10. Like,
Yeah,
he's still a 10. He was a 10 back then. He's a 10 in the 90s.
My mom's never missed a
Yeah,
concert.
your mom's, yeah.
She's dedicated.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
every one of the band members has been through some infidelity issues, and they've all kind of messed with crazy. But I think with John Bon Jovi, because he's Italian, he knows what he's doing. So he probably has these girls all over the world, but they know the rules. And because, he probably gets the classy ones.
Yeah. That's true.
And he tells them the rules. So am I accusing John Bon Jovi of cheating on his wife? But he's doing it in the right way. Like no one's getting affected. He's keeping it under the radar. He's got his tour going on. But with this guy, I think he just...
I'm learning so much about your perspective. Once he gets a tour bust, it's over. I should sabotage your career.
No, because it's...
I'm not laughing again.
Don't listen to the audience. They weren't laughing there.
I think the only thing that she's really truly got, like hardcore got, is Snapchat. I think that's the killer. I mean, you can have, if you're actively using Snapchat,
Yeah.
I think that it just means that there's something sketchy going on. That's the whole purpose of Snapchat. So
Well, he's probably dating other girls, but it's not like he's
Right.
married.
yeah,
So it's just like,
Right.
so like he is an EMT. He's a good looking guy.
yeah.
I mean, you're having a stressful day. Sometimes you just need a root. You just need to like get one in at the end of the day. And then like,
A root?
yeah,
What's this?
just like you get a root in. Like, I mean, I learned that from the Aussies.
Oh.
That's just, you get a bang in. You just get a bang in.
Okay. A root?
A root.
I wonder where that comes from. We'll have to have an
Just the
Australian
roots,
on.
I guess.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something from down under.
Yeah.
Down under, you can't.
Yeah, she could just be like one of his in his roster, and there's
And then
like
she just turns. And
nothing
she's
necessarily wrong.
It just
with
seems
that.
like she's too much. So
Yeah.
it's just like, oh
Yeah.
my god, like I just can't deal with you right now. I'm putting you on mute. She seems like someone where it's just
she probably is being
Like,
blocked periodically.
it's just like this is like, oh my god. She asked me how my day was. I said good, and she came back with like 5 paragraphs. My day was good. How was yours? Oh my god.
Fixed.
Oh my god. She actually told me about her day. Like it's just like every single issue. So
Yeah.
and the thing is, he probably just wants to keep her in the roster, like keep her in the rotation. So that's why he's just hot and cold with her.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of guys do. It's just like, it's not gonna be long term, but I still want to keep her in that rotation. Like,
do you think being honest about that would be a better fit?
With some girls, but with this one, I wouldn't. I think you tread lightly and just let it fizzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be your advice to
Well,
Mr. EMT.
The Mr. EMT, I would.
Next up, we have Lance.
Next up is, Annie.
35, media producer, straight man, lives in Grapevine.
Wait, how come we can say the guy's name, but we can't say the girl's name? They're the one ousting this guy.
Well, I thought it would be you're right. We're going to bleep that too. So that's why that's
bleeps.
bleeped.
No bleeps.
Okay.
Everyone's getting outed.
Lance is one. So Lance is a, 9, 10 kind of guy. Like, he's good.
Yeah.
He's solid.
Looks tall. It looks like his hair is kind of fading, but he makes up with those jacked arms.
Yeah.
Whereas he has 2 photos. One's where he's dressed up, dressed down, up front with the hair loss. Respect.
So they have right to be suspicious.
And he's
at least in the top 20%.
And he has a black friend as he's showing off. So it's
approved.
Approved.
He's cool. Okay.
Maybe bald, but he's not a skinhead.
So this one says, Rebecca comments, if you're not a fitness model, he won't be dating you.
I love this one. And then the girl who posted says, I am heart emoji with the hands up. Like, what? Oh my God, it's meant to be. I am a fitness model. Oh my God, I'm his type.
Yay. And then she's like, then you're good.
You can tell all the girls that did him just hate this girl off the bat. It's just like, then I guess you're fine. I guess you have nothing to worry about.
I guess you get Lance.
Yeah, Lance is all yours.
I'm
so happy for you guys. Oh.
Then she says,
as they pet their cats.
Aww, so sad. But it's hard work being a fitness model.
Oh, this girl gave her a heads up.
She said he's recently called off an engagement. Just tread cautiously.
And then she responded, yes, I know. He told me. Oh, look at that. Heart, because he's an honest man.
She's in love.
She's in love.
She's not willing. Yeah, these girls are trying to make her. I don't know.
They're trying to give red flags. Yeah, they're jealous. They're catty because they know. Because a lot of these women do know that there's 80% of them going after 20%.
Yeah.
So they're very jealous.
And it could be a vehicle to tear each other down. Really, at the end of the day.
Oh my God.
This is not going to be.
Women love doing that. Oh, yeah.
Do they ever?
Catfight.
Rare. I am a fitness model.
Oh, I could just feel the anger bubbling in these women when they read that.
Damn it, Game Breaker.
Oh, they go to her profile. I hate her so much. Just give their photos.
Next guy is not a name, but it's a screenshot here. He looks nice. Seems like a sweet guy. Great personality, so a 6. But he is. It says, damn, he's been busy on those apps, but I just saw this. Search AC. He was listed yesterday, and I replied. We were together last year and a half, and things ended in January. Up.
Yeah, thank God.
Then, a couple other comments later. Or is this the same? What do you think?
This is the same girl. So
but later in the comments?
Yeah.
On the same guy?
Same guy. She posted again. And then she thought, she said ended in January. And then she's like, that wasn't enough. I need to go more into it. I need to make this more
about me.
So then she went.
I knew I would see him on here eventually. He's great on paper, but that's it. We were together last year and a half. In December, he was telling me he could see himself with me long term. I fell for it. He finally admitted to me that he's not over his ex and that he needs to work on himself, which means get on every dating app possible for validation and not actually do any work. He was...
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about that?
Uh-huh. Well, they always say the best way to get over someone is to get under someone.
That's true. Dating profiles aren't exclusively for long-term relationships. You're allowed to date around.
Well,
right?
and like
that's the modern world.
the
we're
thing
living
is,
in.
like, women are fun. So it's just like if you just go on some dates with some fun women, you're gonna have a good time and not be depressed. Like women are very good at getting guys out of their shell. So it's just like we wouldn't go do things unless we were with women.
Right.
So it's just like if we weren't together, like 90% of the things that I've seen in the world, I wouldn't have seen. Like I would have just watched. I would have just watched more sports and Netflix.
I grow more attracted to you every day.
I would have more fantasy leagues, fantasy football leagues.
Yeah.
I would have started a hockey league. I would have played more sports. I think I just would have been engaged in more sports. But
you do have friends and stuff too you'd hang out with. But I guess women just are so much more social and like do so much more.
But like I would never take them to go see like I wouldn't go to Cirque du Soleil with my friends.
And I would. I took my friends to the Science Center.
Yeah.
That's in Canada.
I don't even know if I could pitch that to my friends.
I'm friends with a bunch of nerds.
Oh my God.
Okay. So he has very low self-esteem and needs women and people telling him he's great. Just look at his social media for proof of that. Just don't do it. He's not a bad guy, but he won't give you what you want or need. Unless that's, oh my God, there's so many of these bracketed little snarky side remarks.
So much
Unless
sass.
that's a very inconsistent friends with benefits that doesn't take you on dates. I'm still not 100% over him, but I know
You don't say.
No shit.
You don't say.
Just don't even bother.
Oh my God. He's just friends with benefit. Like, what do you want from this poor guy?
I think like this is a subtle way of women like her in particular just trying to get other people not to date him, you know?
Yeah.
I'm still not 100% over him, but I know I deserve a great man that will do great things for me, and he's not that. Lastly, he lives in Wiley. I don't know what that is. Sounds fun. Sounds silly. With his mom, in brackets. So all these snarky little the thing is, guys, like if you don't respect a guy, just move on. Don't do the disservice of like continuing to see.
Yeah, don't just keep putting him down.
Yeah, like if
it's
you're
not like he's not Tinder swindling. It never said, "Oh, he told me he lives in a mansion, but really he lives with his mom." It's just like you're just like
ripping this guy. Like if you thought you had a chance, if you're not still over him, like if he sees this, you're done. You know, because it's just like unless he has really low self-esteem, like she's saying, but it's like. Yeah, if you don't respect the guy, like you're not gonna be happy.
Well, it sounds like
doesn't work.
He's trying to put out thirst traps on Instagram. That's what it sounds like. It doesn't sound like, oh, just look at it. Look how insecure he is, just like with the boys posing. It's like a lot of guys do that. A lot of
women do that.
Yeah,
that's
a lot of people
natural...
have cringe social medias.
Yeah, I mean everyone does that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, with his mom, lives with his mom. And she's probably like sick or something. She's like dying.
That'd be
she's
so
like
funny.
Taking care of her. And not Garland, but we'll say Garland because ego.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Well, she says he lives in an area. Yeah. So
he doesn't actually.
It would be like
Garland.
in Vancouver, like in BC, where someone says they live in White Rock, but really they live in Surrey.
Yeah.
So it's just like they say they live in a nice part of town, but really it's a shitty part of town.
Yeah. Well, I think that's just to get access to like more traffic, like more women, because it's a location-based app.
Yeah, but same as like Vancouver and stuff, where it's like you could still say like this, I live here, but really I live here.
Yeah.
Which is also another dig. Like that's a dig.
Yeah. Because ego. It's like, no, it's probably because of the practical matching potential. The only thing genuine about him is his relationship with his daughter. He's a good dad. That's about it. He's a player.
That's pretty big. Like, that's pretty big.
The standard is low for men. So he's a player, and I fell for it, and I hope you don't. I have a lot of stories if you want to message me. I want friends. He texted me just last week. I didn't reply quick enough for him and got a thanks, take care text just a few hours later. That's what I'm going to do. Just going to take care. That is what you should do. You should take care. You lost the guy.
Yeah.
You should just, move on and take care. But instead, you're actually not. You said you have plenty of stories and you'd love to chat about it. So you haven't really. You're spreading a lot of mean stuff about
I have
him.
more to say. It's like, save that for your therapist. Like this isn't therapy.
Well, her first comment, she was so close to playing
know.
it cool. Her first comment was nothing wrong. She's like, we were together last year and it ended in January. That's all anyone needs to know. And then she just like rips into the guy.
Well, the thing is, like, it got 0 likes and 0 follow-ups. So she's like, oh, that wasn't enough. Someone's going to date him. Like, she probably saw him on there. She gave that review. No one liked it. No one commented. And like, oh my God, did I just give girls a green light? Oh my God, he's dating. He's going to be dating now. Oh my God. Like, I miss him, not over him. Well, I need to just fucking destroy his life.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad. Okay, so last one here.
So was this the... Oh yeah, this is a guy in uniform. What is he?
Policeman.
It says sheriff.
Oh, Sherif.
Oh, this is my favorite post from the Are We Dating the Same Guy? Dallas Fort Worth edition.
Yeehaw!
And it is a handsome guy in uniform.
A sheriff?
Looks like a sheriff or at least a cop.
Got a gun there. It's in Texas.
Yeah.
He's very hot.
He's very hot. Looks like he's packing something else, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This guy's got tribal tattoos, which
What
is
would
pretty
you
cool.
rate him on a scale of 1 to 10?
Depends how tall he is. Am I right, ladies?
Good answer. All right, he is 6 foot.
He is. If he's 5'7", he's a 7. If he's 6 foot, he's a 10.
Woo! Okay, so this one they just posted about it. He's like, "What's up with this guy?" Right?
Yeah.
And then we get this comment, which is
The first
hilarious.
one.
Daisy. I had him on Snap. Red flag right there. Snapchat is a red flag.
Red flag.
Cheating. And talked on and off for a really long time. He's always making plans for when he's back from the border, then canceling when he gets here. At one point, he said he wanted something serious, then texted me trying to hook up when he got back into town. DM me if you want more info.
Well, the Snap is the red flag, but going back from work, that's a long road trip. You get horny on those trips. Like, it's just like, want something, like, you gotta get horny on a road trip, you know? Sometimes you get on those gravel roads, gets a little bumpy, a lot of those vibrations, you get a road boner, and you like need to deal with it.
Well, yeah, I bet that happens. I wouldn't know, but Snapchat isn't necessarily a red flag if you're single and you're like on the like going around, but like it could mean that they're hiding something. But like at the same time, I also understand why you want your naked photos to disappear and not stay in the cloud. The cloud gets hacked. Yeah. We all learned that from, who was it? Hillary Duff? I don't know.
Yeah, and then the next
Lindsay
one,
Lohan?
the middle one.
Middle one. That sounds about right. I honestly think he's living a double life. The disappearing for days makes me think he had a wife or kids.
Well, he says he has to go to the border. Like he did. Like we have a crisis at the border. Haven't you been watching Fox News? Like there's a build that wall.
So the wall was a bunch of poles in the end. It never got finished. When he has Snapchat and why does he have to be like gone from the border so often?
Well, he travels for work.
Oh, well then.
Travels to the border. Well, he says he travels to
It would be a good way to have a double life in each country.
Yeah. But a wife and kids, I don't know about that.
It's a lot.
Sounds like he just has...
How broke is he? That's how you know. I mean, a wife and kids.
I think if you have a wife and kids, you don't have time to go to the gym to look that jacked.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's
true.
just like...
That's true.
Like that guy...
2 relationships?
Yeah. No, so I think you're right. So I don't know if he has kids, but I definitely think that he might be sleeping around because of the Snap.
Yeah. Aaron says, stay TF away from anyone that works in corrections for Tarrant County. My ex works there, and he is the most toxic... Oh, sorry. My ex works there, and it is the most toxic work environment. It ruined him. My ex and I were together for almost 3 years, engaged and expecting a child together. Then he decided that one of his coworkers was better than me, and he left me and the baby.
So don't date this guy. like that's my favorite part because it's like nothing to do with the guy in the photo. This girl just came in hot, just raging. Just like, I got duped by a guy in a uniform. This reminds me of him. Don't do it.
Can you say triggered?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm heartbroken
buddy.
for her though. That's
I
a
would love
sad
to see her
story.
profile. I bet it says defund the police somewhere.
Just like at every protest.
Yeah.
Oh, and her baby too. Little baby onesie.
Yeah. But I like how she says the work environment. Oh, it's such a toxic work environment. He found the love of his life.
I found the love of his life. They all fuck each other there.
Yeah, it's all
well,
around.
there's a lot of that in the news, right? Remember that whore? Megan Hall.
Megan Hall, yeah. She just banged everyone on the force.
Maybe it was Megan Hall.
Yeah. Well, where was that? Where was that?
I bet it was Tarrant
It was in
County.
Tennessee. Well, I
No,
think that's a red state. So the crime is low there, so they have something to do. See, if it was in a blue state, I'd be very pissed off. If it was in San Fran, I'd be like, what are you guys doing? There's people fighting in the streets. The CVS is getting looted. Stop fucking and get in there and crack some skulls.
Oh my God.
But if you're in Nashville, it's like, yeah, I get it. Like, Music City, let's do it. So that is.
Well, that was a little piece of that. That was a little piece of the dating profiles or what is it?
That Facebook group, Are We Dating the Same Guy? Dallas Fort Worth edition.
That was pretty fun. What a wild ride.
Yeah. Let's go all over the states and then eventually the world.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to do a couple more of these. We're gonna do
It'd be
some
fun to
digging.
do one from Italy. Mamma mia, you're dating the same guy as me.
I've asked to join about 5 and I've been accepted to 1. So the fun's just started. And I'm gonna be banned from all of them within 3 videos, I'm sure.
Yeah, you have to comment. You have to comment. Be like,
I should start some shit? Okay. Next time. Well,
Okay.
thank you everyone.
Thank you, Humpers.
Thank you, Humpers. Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day.
We look forward to seeing you in the next one and we appreciate you. Thank you.
Keep humping.